There has been tech communities here in Cebu since 1999, December. And they've actually started out as mailing lists. And I remember the name was Senulug, short for Cebu GNU Linux Users Group. Amazing, right?
All right. So let me ask you, BJ, for as the president of Cebu Tech Communities. So, can you tell us a little bit more about what Cebu Tech Community is all about?
Hi, just to be clear, this is gonna be a temporary post, so it's not yet the whole final thing. And CTC as an entity is still ongoing development. But as it is now, Cebu Tech Communities is basically a community of community leads, tech community leads in Cebu. Uh, Kinda had this idea. For history's sake, there has been tech communities here in Cebu since 1999, December. And they've actually started out as mailing lists. And I remember the name was Senulug, short for Cebu GNU Linux Users Group. Amazing, right? And around 2008, also I think GDG, or the predecessor of GDG, was formed. So basically, GDG is the oldest existing tech community as of now. And then there was a bit of explosion of tech communities around 2014 to 2017. I'm not also sure when was DevCon founded here, or also RootCon. All I know is the founders came from Cebu also. But the idea of gathering every tech community leads, they first started it with as a group chat, starting with the first DevCon Cebu summit in Cebu around 2018. Yeah, so that has the first group chat where all the tech community leads, because there was a panel discussion on that convention. And then around, I think, when AWS Community Day was organized here in Cebu around 2023, that was also around the idea that I kind of had an idea to gather all the tech community leads. I actually reused that group chat used in DevCon Cebu. And basically, it's not just the AWS thing, because they had also planned to have a community tech community leads panel. Aside from that, there were other entities that wanted to talk to us in general as tech communities. So the startup community especially, and yeah, we just created that group chat, added the leads that are currently organizing. I think we started with less than 10. Around August 2023 there was 15, and now we have 24 tech communities in Cebu that is has organized in the past year. So it's basically the golden age of tech communities right now in Cebu, no question. But to summarize what CTC is, it's basically a community of community leads that kind of exchange insights from each other, helping each other out. As mentioned from the previous questions, it really helps to have people that kind of understand your pain points, and help each other out. And it kind of grew and grew in terms of what it was for. Since the other entities like the startup community and the government and other communities kind of saw that we're coalescing into kind of like one entity, they kind of find it like very helpful for them also to throw some, what you call this, announcement or programs that would benefit us. So it kind of like became a hub for opportunities from each tech community lead and other entities. And eventually, so we actually meet every quarter. So that's third month of the quarter, first Saturday. kind of set that. And yeah, we kind of discuss some stuff that concern us all tech community leads. And around like two meetups ago, around July was it? They kind of floated the idea of creating an entity to take care of the receipts, because before, I mean, especially for the big tech communities that had to get sponsorships, companies kind of ask for receipts. And even we had experiences on companies that are asking for receipts also on tickets, so that they can have it answered by their companies or funded by their companies. So yeah, that's where I mean, currently ongoing, but all still in discussion, to create an SEC BIR registered entity for the Cebu Tech Communities. So yeah, and maybe I can talk about like how can CTC probably help later, but yeah, we're basically a community of tech community leads. There's another question here. Yeah. Oh, by the way, how many tech communities in Cebu? I have a list. I'm not sure if it's 23 or 24. I forgot how to count. I usually outsource that to my computer. So, of course, some programming related communities. Of course, we have Pizza Pie, Python Users Group, and also JavaScript. We also have Laravel, and we also have GDG, Google Developers Group Cebu, and also Women Tech Makers Cebu. So that's 5. We also have UI UX related. So we had the long, like Cebu XD has been here since 2014, but they got revived just this year again. We also have, they haven't launched Product Design PH yet, but they're there. They also have, yeah, probably other stuff. So we also have another AI group aside from Ange AI Generation Cebu. We also have AI Pilipinas Cebu. And we also have DevCon Cebu, of course, which was revived like 2 years ago, 2022. We also have 2 Web3 related groups, Web3 Cebu, of course, and The Graph, which is actually a community for a certain platform in Web3 that serves as a GraphQL platform for blockchains. We have like 3 communities on games. We have Cebu Game Dev, which has been here since 2016. We also have a branch or chapter of GDAP, Game Development Association of the Philippines, and also Unreal Engine Cebu, that Unreal Engine thing. We also have Cebu WordPress Meetup with Rome at the helm. He's actually saying hi at the background. And we have Cebu Digital Freelancers. Cebu Digital Freelancers and Bisayan Creatives to represent digital marketing and social media management. They're definitely tech also. We also have Notion Cebu, who just launched last week. That's November 16. No, not last week, just this Saturday. And we have Data Engineering Cebu, which is also an offshoot of Data Engineering Pilipinas, but they kind of created a chapter here and had their first meetup last month. Who else am I forgetting? BXD. They also launched recently the Product Practitioners, a community of product management, anything product related as a practice. We also have Cebu City Cybersecurity Center and P5 Management Hub, product platform, portfolio, kind of related also to product practitioners, but more general in terms of vertical, because product practitioner is more the horizontal concepts of product. And I think I mentioned everyone. I didn't count how many of them are they, but in general, we kind of average between 2 to 5 tech community events per week. So I think that's something that as a group, we're highly proud of, and we feel like having this group of communities, of community leads. We kind of feed each other from our we kind of feed from each other's energy, and of course knowledge, and that kind of help us do more as a community lead or serve our community, because we kind of see our fellow community leads doing it also. So I guess that's also one benefit. And also, lastly, representation. So again, I did mention, I'm not sure if I did mention representation, but yeah, that was a critical aspect of CTC, to have us represented on on other communities or organizations, be it the chamber, be it the companies, and be it companies, chamber, startup community, and the national groups, and also the government. We've had a lot of meetups with DICT, DTI, DOST, all related to the departments that are related to the innovation ecosystem of a city. And yeah, we're trying our best also to not only contribute to our community, but also contribute to the city and town as a province as a whole. Oh, I forgot, we have Northern Cebu Coding Buddies. So we also have a community up north, 4 to 5 hours away by bus from Cebu City, which is Bogo City. So we also help out communities or cities that they want to build tech communities on their city, which I believe should be a bit of a requirement, since everyone now is working from home and they can choose to work from their hometowns and maybe help in the economic development of that city.
N-Space is a dynamic co-working and innovation hub based in Sendai, Japan, with a 7-story building. Its strategic location and comprehensive amenities make it ideal for local and international professionals seeking a productive and inspiring workspace. The facility is equipped with high-speed internet, meeting rooms, and modern amenities to support professionals and entrepreneurs. N-Space Cebu is more than just a workspace. It is a vibrant community hub that hosts events, workshops, and networking opportunities, empowering the local tech, creative, and business communities. Contact us for service inquiries.
Okay, so next I'm gonna ask Dorbell from Sabi. Tell us what inspired you to create Sabi. So, how was the journey also? And how did you identify the gap in the local event management that Sabi addresses?
Thank you, El. That was a wonderful question. A lot to take in, but I'll do my best to. And I'm gonna do this probably in a story mode, because I'm not really good, organizing things in my head. So yeah, so let me begin with yeah. So I'm I've been organizing events. I've also had my fair share of attending events where I'm just a participant. And talking to people, and hearing from them, it's kind of a recurring theme that people are missing something. They would say, hey, I wasn't able to attend, I didn't know what happened, something like that. So there are things that, I would say missed opportunities where people could have been there, but they didn't manage because of, a lot of reasons. And I think, I don't know exactly, but there are factors that contributed to how Sabi came to be today. Okay? But if I have to account the greatest push that happened to the inception of Sabi today is what we did with Hacktoberfest this year, last October. Because I wasn't able to participate in the hackathon. So I felt like I'll just probably do a side project or doing something fun, right? And had this idea, and it's basically just really scratching my own itch. I remember I was talking with Nino at that time, another project lead, organizer of Larva Cebu. And I brought this idea to him and said, let's create this. Let's gather all of the events data coming from multiple platforms, from Facebook, Eventbrite, Meetup, and let's make this accessible to the community so that everyone can benefit from it. So everyone can discover the events that they are interested in. And that's really important for them. We sat with Carl from Cebu UXD at that time because they were the ones who were kind of like a validation engine at that time. They were sitting in a table like this, and most of the attendees at that time, or participants of Oktoberfest, they were thinking of ideas, and they were instantly at that time, if they have an idea, they validate and talk with Carl. And I remember I was talking to Carl, and I was like, there were a lot of questions going around, bouncing some ideas, and from this standpoint, what we originally wanted is just really aggregate the data and make it useful to the community. So that's why our original goal was really just an API, application programming interface. So a way for people to easily, process data, make use of it. Developer thing, whatever. Oh yeah. So, and then from there, I think, I was playing around with the idea, and I was very happy with the progresses I have, and kind of spiraled down to become the Sabi right now. I remember I was brainstorming with ChatGPT, right? Originally, how the name Sabi came to be, right? There's a lot of allure, kind of like asking directions for a brand name. And when I was starting, this was called Seb Events, because I wanted to kind of like really put the Cebu out there. So kind of like, I don't know. But then, then suddenly it occurred to me, Sabi. And then it's easy to hear. It's easy to pronounce. There's the Cebu there as well. And although I don't have the domain, the sabi.com, but adding a word like get, which is really, or use or something like that, you can get by with that. And searching for social media, branding and stuff, there's no such thing really Sabi. So this is perfect. But speaking of just the brand name, I don't think that's kind of like the essence of Sabi, because Sabi is more about connecting people through events, and Sabi will help you discover, search the events that truly matter to you. So whether that's AI, that's blockchain, etc. And through that, we can create a more vibrant community here in Cebu. And then I think everyone kind of likes the idea of having, all of the events in one place, because it kind of like refer to it, right? Instead of finding the event from Facebook or finding maybe from Meetup, everyone here in our communities has different ways of organizing events, right? And when I thought about creating Sabi, it's not gonna be another events platform, right? So I'm not gonna create another meetup.com or another eventbrite.com. It should have its own value. It should have its own, where people are gonna be using it. And having our stories or our ways of managing in the community, where, for example, Pizza Pie, BJ, their source of fruit for the event is coming from Meetup, right? The way we manage things is through Facebook. And we do the registrations, creating a Google form. So there are different ways. And most of the new communities right now, they're using Luma for that. And so if I thought like if I will create another events platform and have them use it, I'm pretty sure I will not succeed and almost immediately fail, right? Because I cannot ask any other organizer to do my own bidding, right? Or what I like, right? So yeah, Sabi allows any organizer to do his own thing without much friction. You do your meetups and meetup events and meetup, Eventbrite, Luma, doesn't matter. All your events will be discovered in the Sabi platform automatically without you having to do any manual work. And even me, as the creator of Sabi, I don't do a manual work because everything is automated. I was gonna say most, but everything is automated, and I hope that it will be the same. I hope Meta or they don't restrict me, whatever, in the future. And so as to identifying the gaps, whether there's a problem here or that, I think even if if the problems is not there, right? I'm happy to be able to scratch my own itch, I would say, because for a very long time it was all in my head, right? That it would be nice to be able to see everything like what we're doing here, and outsiders will be able to see what's going on here in Cebu this week, next week, this month, this whole month, whatever, right? And Sabi platform, Sabi will be the best place for everyone here in the tech community to discover all of the events. And not just all of the events, but really the events that matter to them, right? So yeah, I think that is Sabi. It's not 1 minute, but yeah, thank you so much.